All right, we are live today. So today I'm going to be doing beginner makeup with my friend Woody. So if you're new here, my name is Lauren. I am 42. I'll be 43 in a couple days. And one thing about buying Seint or joining me with Seint is that you get me as a personal makeup artist. And so my friend Woody today is going to jump on. She's requesting right now, and we're going to walk through up through me. Hi, Heather. Yay. Okay. We all love Woody. So she is jumping on. Hopefully I did that right. I haven't done a live with someone in a very long time. Oh, there she is. There's Miss Woody. Hello.
Hello.
How are you, friend?
Good. How are you? I'm so excited.
I am so excited too. So Woody just got her makeup. She's trying out her Seint palette. We're gonna put it together. This call is literally gonna be like basics. What I do on a FaceTime. So if you do decide, let's just back up because I don't even know. I started talking and I always just talk randomly. But this is the Seint makeup palette. If you are new to my page, this is a Seint makeup palette. This is what we're going to be doing. Everything inside is cream based and it's customized to you. So each of these are tins that magnetize in and out of the palette and you customize it to your face. I do free color matches, which is what we did with Woody. And then she ordered what she thought she would actually use. And then if you do decide to purchase through me, I become your personal makeup artist. And I do these kind of calls with my customers all the time. So Woody said, let's jump on a call together and have you do my makeup and show kind of how I do a FaceTime call. So I'm super excited.
Me too.
Should we kind of like back up? Like people are like, how do you know each other?
Do it. Let's back up.
Okay, do you want to introduce yourself or you want me to do it?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
I'm Woody, and I have been in network marketing as well as like my own business, my own page. And I made a friend. Her name is Harley, and she does like social media, like teaching how to grow your page, teaching you how to find your brand, all these things, right? And so I started working for Harley a few years ago because I was already doing social media stuff too. Let me peel these off. I was already doing social media stuff too, but I became a single mom and I was looking for more income and like more streams of income. And so she ended up connecting with Lauren. And so me and Lauren work together, but we're with two different beauty companies. And so I help her with her page, like not with her page, but like with her social media. And I do kind of some of the background stuff for her because obviously Lauren has grown so much and needs extra help. And then in the process, like me and Lauren have become like best friends.
Sure.
Like,
yeah, it's been like such a thing of fate, like how everything's kind of worked out. It's crazy. We're going on like how many years now?
I mean, I feel like we've known each other for like 2 years at this point.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, Woody's been with me since the very beginning, I feel like, of when kind of my social media took off. And yeah, she's with Red Aspen, which if you are familiar with that, they have amazing nails. Look at her. She's always got the best nails. So I'm always like really jealous. So anyways, make sure you go follow her because she's so fun. And we laugh because I am very like kosher and Woody is like hilarious on her story. She tells you how it is and I'm like, I need more of that. So
I'm always telling Lauren, give it to me.
give us spiciness, right? I try.
You guys, insider info. Lauren is much spicier than you guys think. She is hilarious, and she is a spicy little gal that you guys probably don't even know that. I didn't know it until I really got to. I was like, I love this.
I try to bring it out. It's hidden. It's hidden.
It's the best.
Okay, well, I'm excited we could do this. And like I said, Woody is like so near and dear to my heart. So I'm glad that we're doing this. Okay, so let's just get started. Okay, so basically, Woody is like just got her stuff. I color matched her. We're fingers crossed the colors are right. The thing too that I like to mention is one thing with me is if you do purchase through me, I do a free color match, and I should actually put my number here while I'm talking. I'm gonna pin a number that you can comment makeup. You can text this number, comment the word makeup, and a bot, Lauren Bot, is going to send you my color match form. Just fill out the link it sends you, and I can do a free color match, just like I did for Woody. So let me just do that really quick.
I should mention the first thing that I tried from Seint was actually the blushes. So I have like my own routine, and it's taken me a while to be like, okay, Lauren, I want to try this because I have my own routine that I've been doing. And so I snagged blushes because I'm like a blush addict blushes and some illuminators. And like I'm an actual addict. I was traveling this last month and I grabbed this instead of my powders. While I do love my powders as well, for me personally, especially when I was traveling, I didn't want to take them because I didn't want them to break. And it was like, it's annoying to have multiple things and they take up a lot of space. And it was literally perfect. And so after I traveled with the blushes and I've fallen in love with how many options there are, that's when I was like, okay, Lauren, color match.
Let's do it. Yeah, and I was so excited you wanted to try. So, okay, so you can see, I want to hold up your palette so people can see the difference. So they're very customized palettes. I've got one that's totally different than hers. This is a hard face. Hers is a double palette, like it's a double layer palette. You can have a small palette, so it really is up to like your makeup loves. Like, what are you actually going to wear? You don't have to have everything that Woody has. You don't have to have everything I have. You literally have it customized. So, okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up that palette and we're going to set it up. Okay. So if you're one of my new customers, this video is going to be great for you too. You can come back, watch it, because it's going to teach you how to like set everything up as well. So the first thing that I like to do is go ahead and figure out the order of how I'm going to apply it. So then it's just like, we don't have to guess when we put it on. So I always start with contour. The reason we start with contour, in my opinion, is it's like a roadmap. This is a one-layer makeup system. And so you're not layering like we're used to. So it's a little different. So I start with contour. So your contour, I believe it's olive. Am I right with that?
Yes,
okay.
olive.
So olive's going to go pop right in the very front. Mine is different because I do so many videos, so it's like not how I would totally do it. Yes, perfect. And you're gonna go sideways actually. So it's gonna look like this, so it's gonna be sideways. Yeah, there we go, and you'll get more in there. So, okay, so first is your contour. Then with Seint, you have two colors. You have a foundation color, which is your main highlight color, and a brightener color, which is like a concealer. Gets confusing, but that's really all it breaks down to. Your main foundation matches your skin the best. Your concealer, brightener, highlight is what's going to brighten. It's 1 to 2 shades lighter. So yours is amber, is your main highlight. And then I believe white peach is your brightener. So you're just going to go contour, and then right underneath will be your main foundation.
By the way, the packaging is so good.
It's so cute, huh?
Yeah.
And everything magnetizes too, which is really cool.
So I don't even want to tell you this, but I'm having a hard time. I think maybe I'll have the magnet on it. This one does.
No, it should have a magnet. It's not a magnet. That is weird.
I know. I don't even want to say it because I love the magnet. And, it's not doing the magneting. But
and you took them out of their thing. Weird. Okay, we have to look at that. That's weird. I've never seen that before ever. Okay. Malfunction.
But she will help because I know that this one like does like it's magneted right there. Like I
yeah,
know
it should just be like popping right in.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll fix that for you. That's one thing I do. I always fix things for people if anything is awry.
I'm like, this isn't how it goes because it literally does it on this one all the time. So we'll just switch over to using this little one.
Okay. Yeah, maybe do that on your little one. I messed up on this pin that I did, so while you do that, That is so funny.
I was like, I know that this doesn't do this. So I'm so glad to know that. Like, if it doesn't have Seint on the bottom, message me.
Yeah, message me right away. We'll get it fixed. Okay. All right. So once you have your 3 colors, okay, so those are your foundation colors.
All right. So I did contour, and then I did my main color was amber, and then what was my highlight?
I think it was white peach.
Or candlelit, or sandy, or high tide.
Oh, do candlelit.
Candlelit. Okay.
It's always lighter, so yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So then after that, I like to take the contour and the bronzer and have them separated because that's one thing. Contour is going to be ashy, bronzer is going to be warm, and people get that really mixed up, and it's really hard to contour with a bronzer. So you can then choose if you want to do like a lip and cheek color next or a bronzer. It's totally up to you.
Let's do bronzer.
Okay, so that would be high tide.
High tide. Oh, that makes sense. Bronzer, high tide.
Oh, I actually never put that together. Look at you.
I'm actually subject right now. I live in California, you guys, and I actually live a block from the beach. and there was just like crazy high tides that like I think 8 people went to the hospital.
So crazy.
So it's a touchy subject, high tide.
No, and then I have you get that one. Okay. All right, next level is your lip and cheek color. So some people have one, some people have more than one. You kind of can choose what you want to put in there. You have a ton.
I have so many, so I just have to pick my favorites. That's why I asked you for the big palette. I was like, I want more lip and cheeks.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is you can get whatever size palette you want. I always say like minimum honestly is palette 12 because you can always grow. And you don't have to keep grabbing new palettes. Because the whole point of this system is literally to just have it in all-in-one compact, so you don't have like bottles like we're used to, or all the products everywhere. So to have it in one palette is really nice.
Now I have to decide on an illuminator.
Yes, then your illuminator. I know.
This packaging, I really love the Seint. It makes it fun. Like when I was opening everything, I was like, this makes it extra fun. I don't know. It's a girl thing, right? Like girl.
I know.
Like, it's a girl.
It really is. It's very aesthetic. Like it's just like so special. I feel like, I don't know. It's like you're treating yourself kind of thing.
Yes. Okay. So perfect.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So her palette is set up. Okay. So she's ready to go. If she had eyeshadows, she could put those in, because you can see with my palette, like I have my eyeshadows in there. So you can put whatever you personally want. Okay. So, all right, let's do it. So I don't have my makeup on either, so I'm gonna do it with you, because I think sometimes that's a little bit easier too. You can kind of watch me and what I'm doing. The first thing is skin prep. I always like to say that. Make sure you have put on your moisturizer, your serums, your sunscreen, all of those things before you go on with your makeup. And then I like to use a primer. You don't have to. Woody doesn't have one, but I'm just gonna put mine on really quick. This is my one I've been using. This is the NYX Plump Right Back. I also love the Euphoria. I can help you pick a primer. So
I think I need to snag one.
Yeah, I like this one. The NYX is really good because it's good for oily and dry skin. And I don't know, I just feel like it blurs everything, which I really like. So, okay, putting that on. And if you guys have questions at all, this is the time to ask. Okay, it can be anything too. We don't care. Maybe. there's maybe not, there's a limit. I don't know. Okay. Now I'm just giving ideas. That's not good either. Okay, so we're gonna start with our contour.
Okay.
The way that I teach most people, now there's a lot of people that would disagree with me, but I personally like to teach people to use their fingers first. Okay. Because if you're going in with a brush, the biggest problem with cream makeup is that you put too much on. So if you put too much on, it's gonna feel oily, cakey, heavy. Creams are very lightweight, contrary to what anybody thinks. And so if you're putting too much on, you feel it. It feels like it's just heavy. You're doing too much product. You don't need a lot. These tins are gonna last a really long time. If you don't have any idea of what kind of makeup to buy, that's what I'm here for. I can help you. So just reach out, DM me. Okay, so we're gonna start with our finger. I like to start with our pointer finger, and I do a lot of education. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, and I should say, if you're using contour, you see a lot of women doing videos with contour, and when I'm doing videos with contour, I'm contouring for the masses. I'm not contouring just for my face shape. So contour is really one of those things that you want to look at your own face shape and decide, where do I actually want to contour? Contour is to recede, it's to lift and add dimension. So if you have a really small forehead, you don't need to contour that, because the reason contour is even being put on, what he wants to contour, you want to contour your forehead. The reason it's receding, right? So if you have a larger forehead, that's a great place to contour, okay? If you don't have a jawline that needs to be contoured, you don't need to do that. So don't get all worried that you need to know all the placement. Okay, so we're gonna start with our cheekbones. So the first thing I like to do is feel the prominent part of the cheekbone. You can do it like this and kind of roll underneath. This is where people were taught, where that fish face, that's too low. It's gonna bring your face down. If you come on the prominent part of the bone and roll up, that's too high, because I'm gonna leave it really light up here. So right on the prominent part where it rounds is where we're going to put the contour. And a lot of people, it lines up right at the edge of their ear. And you're going to just make a line from the edge of your ear to the end of your eyebrow, okay?
Okay.
So tapping a little bit on your finger, not much. That much is great. You're just gonna make a line, like that.
Is that too little?
Yep, come all the way, just a little bit more. There you go, perfect. And then you're gonna repeat it on the other side. And it doesn't have to be perfect. because we're gonna blend. So if you're off a little bit, it does not matter, okay? People get really worried. Don't get worried because it's easy. This is really easy. Look at you, already snatched. I love it. Okay.
Better on this side. I try because this one's a little fat and this one's a little skinny.
It's okay. I'm going to show you. When we blend it, you're going to be like, oh, that's easy. Okay, forehead. I like to go right at the arch of the brow. Now, I don't have a huge arch, but if you can find the arch of your brow, you're going to go together like this, okay? And you're going to make a rainbow from about here to about here. So arch to arch. That's why we're doing this. That's kind of your boundary of where you're going to create a line, okay? So basically, I just kind of go like from where my part is, like this. Perfect. There, done, easy. Contour's not scary. Okay, do you want to contour your jawline?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not my, I feel like I have a good little button nose.
You do. You don't need to contour your nose. Okay, perfect. Okay, so with your jawline, one of the biggest things that happen is we go onto the top of the face, and we don't want to do that. It just looks dirty. So taking your hand and kind of pushing underneath that jawbone, you can feel it. And you're basically going to be running your finger under the jawbone from ear to ear. This part right here is the biggest place we want to make sure we're really hitting with contour because that gives you that really nice snatched jawline.
Okay.
So I just take a little bit on and I go from ear and I just bring it to here. And then if I run out of product, I'll just put a little bit more on and then go all the way to the other ear. And that's it.
Okay.
Biggest thing is just keeping it off the top of the face.
How's that?
You're pro. This isn't hard, right?
No.
No. Okay. I love it. Okay, we're going to skip the nose.
It's way less product than I would have done without you guys, for sure. Which is like, I like.
Yeah. That's one of the biggest things because we're used to using like liquids. So we just go in with a lot, right? You're used to pumping it on your face. This is going to be way less product. Okay. So now we have kind of our outline. Okay, so anywhere we don't have product is where we're basically going to paint by number and fill in. So your main foundation shade, which is amber, you're going to just kind of tap in, and I have two, so it's okay. Sometimes we have two, and you just go like this, okay? It's not, no perfectness to it, okay? And I just go like this. I just put dots, and I'm filling in, kind of like if I was a man and had a beard, is where I'm filling in the areas. So just putting the dots just like that. Okay? Good. Perfect. And then right here, so here's for me, I have a good tear trough. You don't, you're a lot younger than me. So just right on that under eye, we're not going to touch that. So we're just going to go on.
Eye mask that I was using.
Oh. I should have put one on. That's my problem. Okay, so right underneath, like pretty much right on top of the contour is where we're just going to put a few more dots. And then just right on the sides of the nose too. So basically we're leaving the under eye alone.
The sides of the nose.
Yep, and if you are just joining, this is my friend Woody. I'm showing her how to put on her Seint makeup and how easy it is. And if you do decide you want to try a compact like this, I do free shade matches and I do FaceTimes like this with my customers all the time. So we're just showing you what it's like. Okay, and then just a little bit here and here. And that's it. That's your main foundation. Okay? Easy. Now we're gonna do our under eyes and brightening. So basically brightening, we wanna, like the middle of the face is where people look the most. And so that's where we're gonna brighten. So taking, mine is right here. You can see it's a little bit different. You're just gonna put a dot on the inner corner on both eyes.
Or the same finger?
I just use the same one.
Okay. On the inner corner of my eye.
Mm-hmm. And then just right on the outer corner. So I just go like this up to my temple. For me, it takes about 3 spots. They're saying they love your nails.
Oh, thank you. The red ass.
They're so good.
Sale content.
People were asking where to get your nails.
From me. From my.
Go follow Woody.
You can DM. I'll send you the link. I love, so if I were to like pick my own concealer color in store, I would have gone a lot brighter. And I know that this is the like I'm like a shade more like that. I need to see how I normally pick something too bright, and then I it because it like is too. It's just too bright.
Yeah, it almost like pulls texture.
Yeah.
So that's one thing is like pulling too bright under the under eyes. Just, I mean, everyone has texture under there. Doesn't matter your age. So pulling too bright is going to just pull more texture. Mm-hmm. You could have probably gone like one more shade brighter. So if you want brighter, just let me know because we can always adjust that. Yeah. Take that same shade and just put a dot right in between the eyebrow, down the center of the nose, right above the cupid's bow, and on your chin. Whatever's on your hand. Don't redip, just like whatever's there. Perfect. We're gonna look crazy before we look good. Okay, we're gonna blend, okay? So you have a brush.
Yes, I have. Do I use the detail brush?
I'm using my detail brush. I like this one. This is my favorite. This is the detail brush. It's so Yours pretty. Is still in the packaging. Look at that.
I know. I have my other bigger one that's not in the packaging.
I love that one too. And that one's fine too, but I like the detail just to teach you really how to get in there. How old are you, Woody? They want to know.
Oh,
tomorrow. How old are you? No, Friday. I think today's Thursday.
Friday. Lauren and I have birthdays to each other. It's probably why we like each other so much. And our daughters both have different birthdays too, which is so funny.
So funny.
I was born in 92, so I'm turning 32. 32. I'm a 32-year-old beach living single mom who sells press-on nails.
So we're exactly 11 years different.
Yeah. So fun.
I feel like I'm 32.
You asked too.
Thanks. Okay, so here's a tip for you. If you have a setting spray, I'm just using, this is the e.l.f. It's really affordable. I don't know what you have. You have
ColourPop.
ColourPop. Okay, so spray your brush, or you can spray your entire face. It really is whatever you want to do. And then we're going to start at the bottom, and we're going to work upwards. Okay, so we're not touching any of the dark.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good compliment. 25.
25? It's because of my personality.
It is your personality and your looks. Okay, here we go. We're gonna start blending. Keep it at the, oh, stop. This is the best. So one thing with liquid, everybody swipes, right? So I want you to pretend you have like a cat paw that's like basically pushing it into the skin.
Okay, so more like beauty blend.
Yep, just like you're just bouncing it, just like you would a beauty blender along your face.
Okay. See,
and the best
would be so helpful.
What?
This is so helpful.
Yeah, a FaceTime is always helpful. I always suggest too, if people are having a hard time with their makeup, to message me, because once we do a FaceTime, they're like, oh my gosh, I was using too much product or whatever. Yeah, dib a dab.
Okay. Like, should it feel more dampish?
Should it what?
It feel damp? I did like barely.
It can. Mine's already dried.
Okay.
But you can always put more on. Like, you can't use too little of or too much of a setting spray.
Okay. So I'm going to.
Yep. Just keep working it through. And how's the color looking?
It's looking really good.
Okay, good. So just make sure, I always work in small areas. So we're just kind of working right here, right now. Okay. Once you get that blended, then you can come and start working with your under eyes. I like to turn the brush when I get down into the under eye area and kind of bring that down my nose. Yeah. And just kind of like work that through. And if you're like, at the very end of this, you're like, oh, I want a little more product, you can always add more in. But I always suggest like starting with a little bit to see that you don't need as much as you think, and then adding later. It's easier to add than it is to take away.
Yeah, for sure. So
we're just blending.
Really love those brushes. Like, my favorite all time, it's so freaking mini, is the Seint one. Like, the double-ended brushes, yes.
They just save time too.
Like, literally go flip, flip, flip. It's so nice.
They're saying, welcome to the Seint fam.
Thank you. How long does it usually take to blend everything? I feel like, I mean, Lauren, I don't know the answer to this, but I mean, I see you do it in like 5 minutes. I feel like when you're learning it, it takes a little bit longer because you're just learning.
It does. So it's going to take you a lot longer in the beginning because you're just like, this is a whole new routine. It's different. But I can do my makeup, like literally I run late. One of my biggest flaws in the world is being late, but I can get my makeup on in 3 minutes, like literally fast. So once you get good at it and you know what you're doing, it's like no time at all.
Yeah.
The FaceTime, sometimes the FaceTime for me, I'll spend an hour with a customer on the FaceTime because it's just walking you through it, but your makeup's not going to take an hour. It's just all learning placement and everything else. Okay, spray your brush again. And we're going to go to contour, okay?
Oh, wait, I need to do it still.
What skin type do you guys have? I have dry skin.
I have oily skin. Okay,
there you go. One thing with oily skin that's different than what I would be doing is definitely you want to have a setting powder, and using a matte primer is also going to be really helpful. Something that's sticky. So like the e.l.f.
I would say I'm combining.
Okay. So that's one thing with oily skin though, is if you can use a primer, it will help keep it on longer too.
Okay.
So once you get to your contour, you're going to start at the end of the contour and you're going to blend up. Now contour's not made to blend easy like creamy highlights. It's meant to be more stiff because it's going to cover pores. It's meant to give you that, it's just not meant to move around your face like a, look at your, that looks good. Snatched. It's right. I love it. It looks so good. Okay, and when you're blending out your contour, Woody's good at makeup. She knows what she's doing, but you want to make sure that you like are not having a harsh line. We don't want anything harsh. First time took an hour learning, rewatching the video. Next time 20 minutes. I'm a 47-year-old makeup novice, not an expert. Love it, love it, love it. I love using my sunscreen as primer. Yes, you can definitely do that. Definitely. Okay. And then when you get up to your forehead, you're just going to push it back to the temples. I have blonde hair, so I always move my hair backwards like this to really get it in. It kind of helps with like any type of receding hairline that you might have, things like that, okay? And it's all about blending it out so you don't have a line. We don't want any lines. More of a shadow, not a line.
How am I doing? Do I need to blend a little more?
I would blend, yeah, because even like here, we want to make sure, like, especially on that bottom part, that you're just kind of pushing that out so it just looks very seamless.
Would it help if I had a little bit more of my base color right there?
Yeah, I would probably add a little bit more, yeah.
Okay.
The color's looking really good, though.
It is. It's looking really, really good. And it's like just a learning process. Like, okay.
Yes. And it's good, too, because, see, you just add a little bit more, and it just shows how easy that is, too.
Yeah, it's really, and it's buildable. I like that it's buildable because, like, so especially not to, I live at the beach, but like I feel like like some days I really want to look like I'm wearing any makeup, and I want to look like, no, I took time to put my makeup. Love buildable products.
Yes.
And I feel like now that looks perfect.
Yeah, that looks good. I love it. Okay. Then we want to do your jawline because we want to make sure we don't go out with contour on the jaw, right? I've done that. My daughter's like, what is on you? That's like, you'll never forget that. So you want to come here. Now this, with contour, you can pull a little bit more than you would with your highlight colors. So you're just going to pull it down your jaw, like down your neck. Just make sure that you don't have that line, like I said, just a shadow. If you have more of a double chin too, you can really pull that down farther, and that kind of gives you the look of less of a double chin because it's going to put a shadow there. How's that blending out for you?
Good.
Yeah, looks good. Ooh, love it. Okay. Okay, so once you have that, that's your 3D foundation. Some people are like, I'm ready to go, good to go, but we're going to talk about some add-ons, okay? And I am going to switch my brush on this just because you don't have to. You can use one brush for everything. I'm just going to switch it just to show a different brush. So, because I know you have this one. This is the blush and bronzer brush. And we're going to go into our Bella bronzer. Now, the Bella bronzer is really pigmented. So my biggest trick is to use this side, pinch it, push into the Bella bronzer, and then before going onto your face, we're going to just tap it on our hand. Because I would rather you go back in than like put too much product on, okay? And bronzer, you know how to apply a bronzer, but bronzer is basically, where does the sun naturally hit us? We're just going to put that on the high points of the forehead, along the cheeks. I like to put it on my chin and down my neck. So all we're going to do is just start.
So it's kind of where the contour was.
Yes. So here's the contour. I'm just putting it right on top of it, pretty much.
So I think I did use a little too much.
That is a normal thing that happens. So one thing you can do is go in with a little bit more of your highlight color, just a tiny bit on your brush, and just go right on top.
I think I'll blend this out and then adjust.
Yeah. Yeah, I have it on my eyes right now. I love Bella. It's great. It's like so multi-use.
Okay.
You have high tide, which I think is really pretty because you are a little bit warmer.
So up here on my high cheek and up here on my forehead.
And then just right up here, keeping this spot alone. I like to keep that bright.
Where?
Right here on the hollows.
Okay.
And the temples of the, yeah. Okay. But you can really add Bella wherever you want. Some warmth. I'm obviously a lot lighter, so I like to add a lot of bronzer.
Yeah, a bronzer lover.
I love that color on you.
Okay, so then if I need to adjust highlight color and just add it back in.
Yeah, just a little bit on your brush. I would just put it, yeah, or you can do what you're doing. Yeah, that works. But you don't need much. So just like a tiny bit, and then you could even put on your brush and just kind of go right in front.
You did the bronzer?
Yeah. And that's the thing too. You don't have to like worry about your colors touching. It really does work out. Did that work a little bit better for you? Yeah. Good.
A tiny bit more coverage right here, so that actually worked out.
Perfect. Woohoo! I love it. Okay. So that's your bronzer. Easy, right? This is not bad.
No.
Okay. So now we're going to do blush your lip and cheek. Okay. And you can decide if you want to do more of a full cheek or if you want more of a lifted cheek. Where do you want to put placement? Where do you want to learn how to lifted? Okay. So I like to take a little bit on my finger. And I like to take 2 fingers like this by the side of my nose at an angle, so it's angling up to the edge of my eye. And then I just put 2 dots like that. And then the same on the other side.
I'm going to mix color.
Yeah, and you can definitely mix them. I'm using watermelon. That's what I'm using.
I'm using, I think, the Hollywood one. It has like a little bit of shimmer in it.
Is it Hollywood? Is that what you said? Yeah.
Again, fitting.
I love Hollywood.
I live near Hollywood.
You too. It's like an omen. All your your colors. Okay. Once you've got that, then you're just gonna take. I mean, you can use either side. I like this one. It's a little more dense, so I choose this one. But you're just gonna keep it right where the edge of your eye is, and then blend it up. I even blend it up around the eyebrow.
Yeah. Blush is like my favorite.
I love a cream blush too.
It looks so good on top of the bronzer.
Yes.
Like it.
And it smooths everything out, which is nice too. So if you feel like you have any like, I don't know, like you didn't get your bronzer blended in well enough, this is going to really help smooth it all in too.
I also really like, for like sun-kissed look, I also, like, I'm just going to do a tiny bit on the bridge.
Perfect. I love it.
And then a little on my temples is kind of my
I love it. You're looking good, girlfriend.
Thanks.
How does it feel? I want to ask that. Does it feel heavy to you?
No, it doesn't. And
okay.
That's what I was really worried with cream products. Like, it's heavy. Like, I was kidding that I was going to use too, like, I felt like I used too much. I wouldn't use too much if I didn't, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
It obviously, the more you, like, if you use too much, it'll help you. But no, it feels really
good. Feels light. How do you decide about blush color? I'm always afraid to go too light or too dark. So that's what I help you with the color match too. I just look at your skin tone, your hair color. There's a lot of factors that go into that. But I always give like 3 blush recommendations. So you can either grab all 3 or you can choose from those, or you can like message me because you get my number and we go back and forth and figure out what's perfect for you. So blush we have so many different colors and they're fun. They're fun because you can mix and match like Woody did too, which is really fun. Okay, illuminator. You have a powder and I have a cream. So we also have that. So this one is a cream and you've got Photoshop, which I was so excited that you got that one because it's like so pretty. Our powder illuminators, don't sleep on them because they're so good. I tend to show creams a lot more than powder, but I love the powder because you can wear them as eyeshadow too. You can illuminator too, the creams as well, but I love it. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna be a little different. I like to apply with like an eyeshadow brush for the powders. Yeah, and it's just like kind of like a really nice, you have more control where you're gonna put it. So you're gonna put it in a C shape around the eyebrow and then around the eye. And then you can put some on your nose, you can put it above your lip. Pretty much personal preference for that. And I'm using cream, so I'm using Angel. And you can see, you're gonna see the difference. Look at the difference with her and me. So mine's definitely more of a, it's not as, I don't know, how would you describe that? Yeah, maybe not as pigmented. I do have more mature skin, so if you have a lot of crow's feet or wrinkles here, I do prefer recommending a cream for that because it just sits a little bit better. But don't be afraid to try them because they're pretty. And I'm just gonna go right here on my nose. Cupid's bow.
I do like to illuminate a lot. Yeah,
I love our cream illuminator. I like both of them. I really do. Georgia is one of my absolute favorites as well. Scarlet is pretty if you want a powder. I love your singing.
I hear the word Georgia without singing.
Singing the song.
Not possible for me. I'm gonna put some in here.
Love it. Do it. Look at that. So good.
I just want to repeat that the reason that I decided to do all of this is literally because I fell in love with the blushes and the illuminators. Like that is what drew me in. And I feel like that's not normally how it goes. Like normally people start with the main colors, but it was the blushes and illuminators that I was like, okay, all right, Lauren.
Let's do it.
Teach me your ways.
Oh, you have the best eyes. Can we use the powder illuminator with balm like you've shown? Yeah, it's exact same thing. So you can actually turn it into like a cream as well if you put it with the balm, and it looks stunning on the eyes. Photoshop on the eyes is one of my favorite colors in the eyes. I don't use it enough, and when I see Woody putting it on, I'm like, I need to use it more often. It's gorgeous. If you like a really pretty like rose gold, like I said, Georgia is amazing. So, wait. I'm like, sing for me. But what I want to show you the difference between Woody and I too. Like Woody is very good at dramatic. Like I want to be Woody in another life. I do. Because she's got the best eyes. Seriously. You do. Your eyes, like you just got good eyes. And so I have this less is more approach, I'm a little older. But you can see the difference in how you can get a little bit more full coverage. You can get less coverage. It really is how you want to wear the makeup. So that's what I love about Seint too. And that's how you customize your palette too. And you can put it on your lips. She's doing her lip liner.
I gotta look, like I can't tell you how I feel about it. The look is complete.
Love it. I'm just gonna skip and do some lip gloss at the same time.
Someone about my skincare routine. You're so sweet to say that my skin is flawless. I actually have blushes first time in like so many years, and I'm like, what is happening? I think it's just stress. But if you follow me, I talk about my skincare all the time. So what do we think?
I love it. You gorgeous.
It's really, it feels very like I'm very much so feel very natural, because that's like, as you say, I'm more dramatic. I think my eyes are dramatic, but my actual skin, like I don't want anything to look like so much makeup, and also like, so important to me that like I'm not putting on so much makeup on my skin so that damage to my like natural skin. So like this feels really good, really nice. Oh, right?
Oh, say it again. Sorry, you cut out for me.
Setting powder. Are you Red Aspen? Yes, I am. I'm a Red Aspen rep.
She's asking me, Woody. Woody, answer her for me.
Oh, no. Lauren is not wearing nail lashes.
But what did you tell me? What did you tell me?
What did I tell you?
Do you remember? I will never forget what Woody told me because I go and get my nails done.
What did I say? I don't know. what I
You said that out of anyone you know, I need to go do that because I don't take breaks for myself ever, so I need to go do it.
I did tell her that. You guys are the hardest working woman I've ever met in my life, and I come from like a line of boss babes. Like my family, my mom was the manager of her, like in her company. She's like one of the top people in her company my whole life. My sister is a freaking boss. She earns all kinds of awards for her job. Lauren is the hardest working woman I've ever met in my life. So I literally told her, you need to have something where you have to go and sit and not be on your phone or a computer.
I know, and you don't say that. So I was like, okay, I'll go do it.
No, I'm not going to ever tell someone not to use email.
But I mean, like literally, also, if you know me well, I don't have, like, the patience level of my life, you know me. I'm not patient, but I love them. My daughter uses them and she loves them. Like, I have so many friends that use them and they're awesome. They're amazing. I love them. And your nails always look fabulous.
So I'm just going to set in my spots where I don't want to be shiny, or do I set my whole face?
You're only going to set where you get oily.
Okay.
Unless you want a matte look. So because one thing with Seint is it's going to be very glowy. So if you don't want that glowy look, you can put a powder on. But I tend to just say only where you feel like you get oily.
Okay.
And your red aspen powder is awesome.
Is
that what you're using?
Like, if you guys watch that, like my forehead lines just disappear.
Yeah. It's awesome. Because
it does. If you are someone who like is a full coverage look, but you're trying to use less makeup, I feel like kind of the ticket to that. Because like I said, it didn't feel like I was wearing a makeup, but the setting powder on it full coverage without like, you know, foundation or anything.
Yeah. Yeah. You're looking good. Yay!
I feel beautiful.
You are beautiful. I love it. I love it.
Thank you so much.
I'm so glad we could do it.
Keep your makeup glowy but have oily skin, but I feel like my whole face is oily on the daily. I would say, maybe I'll give my answer and Lauren, you give your answer.
Yeah, totally. I don't even see that question, so we might have
answers. So, I feel like for me, so I have more oily tendencies. So I use the Aspen setting powder and it soaks up my oil throughout the day, which is really, really nice. But how I keep the glow is so I put, if you guys watched me, I put it here. I put it in the middle of my chin, a little on the sides of my nose, and my forehead right here, just the T-zone. But I avoid up here where we bronzed, and I avoided my cheekbones where we did not only blush but highlight. So I'm still glowy right here where I want to be glowy and the bridge of my nose and stuff, but I soaked oils everywhere else where I tend to be more oily. So I mean, I think you would definitely still think that like I look glowy, especially in real life. Yeah. So that would be my answer to that. What do you think, Lauren?
I totally agree with everything you said. The only things I would say, I'm trying to read that question because I missed it. I also think it's like the prep work. The prep work is so important with your makeup. It's really about what products are you using to prep your skin as well. And then exactly what Woody said, it's like using the powder in the right areas and things like that. Also, when I do a color match with you, if you tell me that you're oily, that's something I take into consideration too, because there's certain things that I'd be like, yeah, I would go this route versus this route. So yeah, I love what you said. 100% agree.
I think also the powder illuminate, if you're really, really oily, a powder is probably going to be a better choice for you than although I still do like the other one as well. But if you're super oily, I would steer towards the powder illuminators.
Yes, 100%. And the thing too is like cream blush. Let's say you get more oily here. You can always set that with a little bit of powder. It's going to help keep it on longer. So it really is your skin. I 100% agree with that. Yeah. I do like that one. It's awesome.
It's a good one.
It is. I really like that one. I use it. So, okay. Well, you're looking good. Where are you going now? Anywhere fun?
I'm in Adeline's dance class after school. Seriously, I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. I really love it.
Good. I think you look amazing.
Thanks.
Thanks for letting me do this with you. Seriously.
Yeah. The fact
so
that
fun.
You, like, offer this to your customers, like, I think that's a because I think even though I literally watch you every single day, and like I literally do all the things, and like I am pretty knowledgeable in Seint at this point just from watching, but I still felt a little nervous because it's something I've never done before, you know? So it's really nice that like you help your customers. Like when you told me that you do this, I was like, Lauren, that's amazing.
Well, my thing is too, I've always said this from day one that I started with Seint, because I started with Seint a year using it as a customer and then went into loving it so much that I decided to become an artist. And I always said, it's not about just selling makeup. That's never been what this is about to me. It's about women loving what they actually have. So like, I never want someone to buy makeup, put it in a drawer because they don't know how to use it. I want them to gain confidence. And so if I can help in any way, that's what I do. So yeah.
Oh, so I have the brush. Would I spray that I'm done with my makeup, or would I wait?
Yes, so then you're just gonna, we forgot that step. Yes, you actually have to spray your makeup with cream makeup, because if you don't spray your face, cream moves. It's not like a liquid, so it's gonna move, it's gonna be very skin-like, but if you don't spray it, it's just gonna come off. So you wanna spray it, so we're gonna spray it. One thing about setting spray is you wanna spray more than you think you need. Okay, go for it. There we go. And now you're set. So it shouldn't move the rest of the day. I always say, reach out to me, let me know. I talk to you all the time, so let me know how it wears, all of those things.
Mentioned maybe I need to blend my forehead. I feel like I should show in like really natural light, because that was in my bedroom with a ring light, but this is more light, and in person it doesn't seem like it needs to be blended more to me. What do you think? Maybe right there?
Maybe right there, yeah.
Okay.
Lighting is so funny with makeup, right?
Yeah.
I love the posts that say like wear like different lighting, and you see different lighting of people because it's makeup looks so different in every single different light.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I always like to move to that area. Okay. This better?
Not the same take as it's had. Everybody's saying you look great.
They're right.
I love it. Can you do a wear test on your stories as to the whole wear of your makeup today?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Follow along, and I will show you guys at the end of the day how it looks for me as a combination kind of daily gal.
Okay, I love it. Tag me in them, and I'll share them on mine too. Thanks for joining, guys, and thank you, Woody. Love your face, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.